So this is my first time out with a Vibe Uptown kayak. It is an inflatable imported from the US. I purchased this through Cornwall Canoes, who sold it at a retail price of $9.99, which compared to some of the other paddleboard variants for fishing kayaks on the market was quite a saving. The kayak is exceptionally lightweight, although it did weigh a bit more once I'd put my Active Target 2 on, the battery and all associated fishing kit that I like to carry about with me. The pedal drive slotted into the kayak no problem and clipped in place. To deploy the rudder on the yak, you simply pull on the toggle, which places it into the water, and then to retrieve it and bring it back onto the yak, you pull the other end and it does the reverse motion. It was a little bit sketchy the first time I went out because obviously it's flat and there's no sides to keep things tucked into. I was a little concerned I might end up knocking something off the side of the paddleboard, but everything was fine. From the moment I first stood up, realised how exceptionally stable it was and had no concerns regards standing up and fishing with it. Okay, so end of day one on the new yak. Good points, bad points. So bad points are when you're travelling into the breeze and there's a bit of chop on water, it definitely slaps a lot and you feel it all the way through the yak. That's not so good. The rudder is quite noisy, and I think that's because the plastic obviously clips onto the back of the board, and where it protrudes a little bit, I think it just kicks up the obviously it makes a sound in the water and it sounds like you're trailing something behind. Generally speaking, that, you know, put up with that. So obviously I've got the Active Target set up on it today, bodged it together to have a go, and yes, it's worked. I do think that with all the electrics and that on board, it's a bit of a struggle. Mainly because I'd have to remount the screen further up, and there's not a massive amount of deck space once the prop's in place. And yeah, I mean, by and large, I do like it. I do think it'd be better for just short sessions or sessions where you need to get into the water, so the launch is really compromised. This would be great because you can sling it on the shoulder and get straight down to the water's edge, not an issue. My biggest concern would be, well, the biggest concern is hooks, but it hasn't proved a problem today. We've had a few fish, nice roach, perch, pike, 6-7 pound, but yeah, a little bit disappointed with the pike foot. Thought there'd be more action today, but it is what it is. Yeah, so by and large, good kayak. Very stable, light as hell, and when I hit into the pike, it spun the yak round, started dragging it towards it. So yeah, it gives an indication of how light it is in the water. Speed wise, when you're pedalling, you get up to about 3.5 miles an hour, which is fine. You can go quicker, but it's a lot of effort. Not in the sense of hard work, it's like being in a low gear. So it's far easier to make 3 miles an hour with hardly any effort at all. If you want to try and get that little bit quicker, you really have to be going hammer times, and there's just no need. Putting the steering or the rudder action, the rudder control on the left hand side is much better. Allows for much better operation, allows to keep my right hand free for playing rod, keeping in contact with the rod at all times, just in case we do get any bites. So yeah, that's it. Good all round kayak, just the slapping that annoyed me really, but my guess would be the more you use it, the more you get used to it. Light as hell, really happy with the launch. There was no issue whatsoever getting down to the water's edge and putting it in the water. That's it for now. Hopefully catch up with you tomorrow and we'll do some more. I don't know bearing on yet, but I think I'll strip all the kit off, all the electrics off, go lightweight tomorrow, a couple of small rods, and just go for some travel perch, see how we end up. Cheers for now.